You are listening to KLRN Radio, where liberty and reason still reign.
Most writers and radio show hosts know that to connect with your fans, you need to do more than just write books or record the latest podcasts. There are many different elements that go into forming an online platform, but there are also many hidden traps. To make matters worse, solid advice on how to survive the muddy waters is scarce. In the book Hidden Traps, I talk about some of the important issues of working with an online platform, highlighting traps that could put your physical or internet security at risk or be harmful to your reputation. Are your social media posts just links with a few disjointed words, making you look like someone who can't complete a sentence? Did your new website cost you more than you anticipated? Are you leaking your personal contact details across the web without even knowing it? Then you need Hidden Traps. Hidden Traps is now available in paperback and ebook from a variety of retailers, including Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Kobo. Visit blackwolfpublications.com for more details.
If you're 85 or younger, would you like peace of mind and comfort for your family? We're Final Expense Direct with an urgent message for you. The average funeral today costs over $8,000, but the most you'll get from government benefits is $255. How will your family pay the difference? We can help. Our senior plans start as low as just $1 a day and pay up to $30,000 for a funeral and other final expenses. Peace of mind is easy. There's no medical exam. You'll have lifetime coverage, and your plan can't be canceled as long as you pay your premiums. Call now for free information about our senior plans. Answer a few simple questions and receive approval right on the phone. Plus, call right now and we'll give you a discount prescription card for free. Call 800-553-8687. That's 800-553-8687. Again, 800-553-8687.
KLRN Radio has advertising rates available. We have rates to fit almost any budget. Contact us at advertising@klrnradio.com.
Everyone loves liberty. Our rights come from God, not the government. So why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your health care? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Liberty Health Share is founded on the idea that most people truly want to help one another. Healthcare sharing allows members to do just that as a true community that supports one another in times of need. Liberty believes people should make decisions for themselves and their families. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their health care. Freedom from guilt or doubt about how your money is used. You have the freedom to direct your health care, not to be dictated to by bureaucrats. Stop letting others tell you what to do and join a community of like-minded people. Exercise your freedom. Join Liberty Health Share and take back the control of your health care while helping those around you. Call Liberty at 855-58-LIBERTY. Again, that's 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or you can check them out at libertyhealthshare.org. Again, that's libertyhealthshare.org.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
At St. Jude, a family never sees a bill at all. It's like the world has been lifted off of your shoulders.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Sometimes writers feel lost, unsure why a passage may not be working. It takes another set of eyes to help us nurture our writing into full maturity. At Black Wolf Editorial Services, we strive to enable writers to develop and grow, offering manuscript critiques and line edits through a mentoring editorial style. We also offer assistance on generating a writer's bio for your websites. Black Wolf Editorial Services, nurturing your writing into maturity. For a full list of services, visit blackwolfeditorial.com.
You're listening to the Spark Radio Network, internet radio like you've never heard before. Innovation, creativity, and imagination are all said to begin with a spark. So fasten your seatbelt and take the ride of your life and listen for the spark.
Oh, let me tell you something. I am so sick of Washington and all its works and all them politicians down there and them congressmen. I'll bet you won't find none of them congressmen signing down their electric blankets tonight. Which if they did, their secretaries would get up and go home.
We gotta do something. Absolutely. You know what we gotta do? Toga party.
Toga! 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 Toga!
Click, click, boom! I'm coming down on the stereo, baby on the radio. Click, click, boom!
I want you to kill every golfer on the course.
Check me if I'm wrong, Sandy, but if I kill all the golfers, they're gonna lock me up and throw away the key.
Well, all right. It's Friday night, which means it's time for Robinson and Wright. And I don't know why I always do that on the Friday shows. I don't know. There's like a movie I remember seeing that in, but I can't think of the name of it. All right, so anyway, I am one half of the crew, Mr. Rick Robinson. The other half of the crew, Mr. Dan Wright, is here with me. Want to give a quick shout out to some folks hanging out in the chat. Al, you were the first one to pop up and say hello, so you get a shout out. And I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Hope everybody's had a great New Year so far. We're about 12 days in. I've already tossed my resolution to lose weight out the window because I went to like a 12-course meal yesterday and ate way more than I should have. It's bad. Anyway, so yeah, how's everybody else's week going?
I'm kicking butt with my resolution.
What's your resolution?
I haven't had a single energy drink since the morning of January 1st.
Who are you and what have you done with Daniel?
And even then, I only drank one on January 1st because it was still in the fridge and I didn't finish it.
Who are you and what have you done with my co-host?
Not a single rock star.
No, I'm serious. Who are you? How did you get Dan's phone? Is he tied up in a basement somewhere? Do we need to find him? All right, so anyway.
Now you know why I haven't been bouncing off the walls.
I was wondering, you seemed a little more subdued than usual when you chimed in before we went on the air, and I'm like, maybe it's been a long day. But I recognize your pain because I have recently done the same myself and really don't drink energy drinks anymore. I have, however, traded energy drinks for a huge thermos of coffee every day, so I'm not sure I haven't made things worse, but it is what it is. Speaking of making things worse, could the liberals just stop? just stop. Stop. Just it's going to be okay. You got maybe another 3 to 7 years. It'll be all right. We survived Obama. You're going to survive this. It's not as bad as you think it is. I mean, I don't like how he says things, but I like the fact that he's getting things done. But what's honestly getting me to the point now where I'm really about to just start saying hell with it, I'm jumping on the Trump train, is all the stupid meltdowns over the stupid crap that never stop. I have seen this man, since he's been elected to office, take more crap than any other president, I think, before ever. And, and I say that to liberals who are like, oh, you just didn't notice how bad it was for Obama. Are you kidding me? He had every single news network save one trying to fillet him on a daily basis, and you want to tell me that he had it rough? F off.
Well, I saw it from you. I believe it was this morning when you basically said, I can't even do this. No, maybe it was yesterday morning. I can't even do this anymore because it's just freezing up my app. And you muted a conversation we were both in. Oh, I'm still in that one, but I've muted like 2 offshoots of that actual conversation.
I just muted the whole thing because I'm sitting here and I would have a minute because we were kind of slow at work, and I was like, I'll bring up Twitter, see what's going on. That damn thing has locked my whole thing up again, so I'd have to restart, and by then I was back on a call. I was like, you know what, I follow quite a few on this thing, and I respect a lot of you, but I'm out. Because you're making my phone freeze. It was like that one time that Stacy did the party line follow Friday. I have tried to duplicate that. I guess I'm just not cool enough because mine don't get as exciting as hers did. People were still I had somebody come into that thing from like 4 months ago, like last weekend. And I was like, when a follow Friday from November shows up back into your timeline again. I'm just
I've gone from, and I still actually have, and I'm actually using it right now. I still actually have an iPhone, but I've since switched to an Android for my personal phone. And the app works a little different. On the iPhone, it's a little bit harder to tell how deep things are. It'll tell you that you have 20 plus notifications. The Android says you have 99 plus notifications. And it's just like, when you see that, you just kind of want to go, just take me to the top. I really don't want to look at them.
You should see it on a desktop, because I got up that morning to start editing audio. So I usually have Twitter open while I'm editing audio at my computer, because then I can usually interact, maybe post a few things. I got up and I've never seen this before, 9,999 plus missed notifications. I was like, I was just like, I don't even know where to start.
I don't, where you start? You do exactly what I did, what I said, is you double tap it and go to the top and go on your day, because you can't. You'll never get through it because they'll keep adding up.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. Actually, you just said Zombieland rule number 2. Double tap.
Love that movie.
Oh, I honestly did not think I was going to like that movie. I actually waited to get it on Redbox because I didn't want to pay for the ticket price. Now I'm kind of sad that I didn't support it, because that's kind of become a cult favorite movie of mine. It's the quest at the end of the world to find Twinkies. The only thing they're missing is a Colorado brownie or some sort of a bag that sparks off the quest, because that was all about the munchies. But anyway, so enough about the movies. Speaking of movies, though, I guess I will ask this, and then depending on your answer, we either may or may not discuss it. Have you seen the new Star Wars movie yet, or are you even a Star Wars fan? Because I don't think I've ever asked you that before.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and no, I have not seen it.
What the hell? How can you be a huge Star Wars fan and you haven't seen the movie yet?
Just no time to go to the movies, really.
So what you're saying is you're not a slacker, because I've already been twice.
I mean, it's just, life has taken us in many other directions aside from going to the movies lately.
Honestly, most of the time anymore, it's hard for me to sit. It's gotten kind of hard for me to watch TV or movies in general because of everything that's come out about Hollywood. Because I keep looking at all these people that I honestly, and it's weird that we do this, but we form attachments with the characters that we watch TV shows. It's like when you read a book. You start because you're getting to know the character and you start to attach to them, and then the book's over, and you're like, oh, I have a sad now because my book's done and I don't have anything else to read. TV shows were kind of the same thing for me because it was like, to me, watching a TV show is a lot like reading a book. It's a little more in-depth than a movie. You're kind of getting, a chapter at a time, and there's more time to explain things. And then I watch all these people, and I'm like, how many of you either know of someone or participated in some of this weird, freaky crap that's going on in Hollywood? Yes, I had to edit myself because I just about said one of those words everything I was supposed to say. So it's become really hard for me to watch TV. Honestly, one of the ones, it still hasn't stopped me, but one of the ones, because my wife and I didn't even really know that the show was out here, but we just started watching The Ranch on Netflix. And it's been kind of hard to watch that one because I know about the whole Danny Masterson thing, but I have to admit, I've never really watched a comedy on Netflix before. They did a really good job with that one. I'm always more like the drama guy on Netflix. I've never really watched any other comedy stuff before, unless it was like a comedy movie or something.
Well, Laura and I have become really addicted to a show that we have never watched on, I'm not even sure if it's on NBC, what network it's on, but on TV Land, we've been watching a show called Mom, and it's a fantastic show. And I just never really watched network TV, and we discovered it on there, and we're pretty much addicted to it. It's on every night, and it's pretty much like when we're going to bed, that's what we turn on and that's what we watch. And it's about this girl who's a recovering alcoholic in AA, and her mom is also a recovering alcoholic in AA, and they go to the same meetings together, and they live together, and her mom was a terrible mom, and it's actually a comedy. And the dialogue between the two of them has us laughing every night. I mean, out loud. We both just laugh out loud watching it. And I just really don't watch TV, but we've just started watching. That's our go-to channel, is TV Land. It has that, and Everybody Loves Raymond, and King of Queens and stuff like that on during the week, and that's just our go-to. I just can't watch network TV. I can't do it.
So basically what you're saying is you've gotten too old to go to the movies, and now you watch TV Land because it's the old people channel.
Yeah, but it's not. I'm talking about, like I said, I mean, that show Mom's still on the network.
He's not. He's not used to
current show.
He's not used to me picking on him, folks. I don't think he realizes I'm giving him a hard time. But no, I mean, I'm just basically giving you crap. It's just TV Land was the channel that old chills went to die back in the day when it first started.
Yeah, well, I mean, and still, when I took that vacation time, I mean, every day during the day, it's Andy Griffith's show and Ponderosa and Gunsmoke, and yes, I sat down and watched all those shows while I was off.
Dude, Gunsmoke was the ish, yo. I miss shows like that. Now everything's that was like a drama show back in the day, but it wasn't like serious, like, oh my god, we have to show you every detail of what it looks like when you shoot somebody in the hand kind of drama. It was fun to watch.
No, it was more of the guy always gets shot at the top of the hill and he rolls all the way down the hill.
Yeah, and it was fun to watch. It was spaghetti western style stuff, and I miss that type of stuff because now everything has to be so completely over the top realistic, and I'm just like, I don't know. I maybe I'm the one that's becoming a cranky old man. Who knows? Speaking of cranky old men, apparently Donald Trump has irritated a bunch of people again, which nothing real new there. Because apparently he may or may not have called certain third world countries crap holes, but he didn't actually use the word crap. He used another word that I'm sure all of you know what it is, and no, I'm not. I'm going to do my best to not say it on here. I can't promise I won't, because Lately, I have been slipping up a little, so no promises. And honestly, I thought about turning the explicit tag on just so we could say it, but kind of decided against that, just cause. But so here's what I want to say about this. First of all, we know that Donald Trump is not politically correct. Never been politically correct. Doesn't have a filter. Basically tells everybody exactly what he thinks, when he thinks it, and how he thinks it. That's one of the things that I didn't like about him, because he doesn't have an off switch. He doesn't know when to turn it off. He doesn't really have the type of decorum that you would expect from a politician. But to quote someone who's become a friend of mine, who actually came on my show the other day, on America Off the Rails, Chad Alexander from 1520 KOKC actually did the hour with me on Wednesday. He actually made a good point, and it's one that we've kind of made, and I heard JD kind of make a similar point, which is kind of weird hearing him and JD say some similar stuff, because I'd swear they were related somehow, because half the time I'll hear JD say something and then Chad will say something similar. But he had mentioned that, Donald Trump was basically the Molotov cocktail that America lobbed into the middle of D.C. and said, we're tired of you guys not fixing stuff, so deal with this. And that's basically what it is. So now we're seeing the after effects of this Molotov cocktail in the fact that basically he doesn't do things like any other politician. He'll swing the doors wide open, bring the cameras in, let everybody see how the sausage is made, and then he'll make off-color comments. The thing about those off-color comments was it the best thing for him to say? No, it was kind of like when he brought the code talkers into the White House and made fun of Pocahontas by accidentally calling her Pocahontas, which irritated a bunch of people because I guess for whatever reason. But it's one of those things where occasionally his tongue gets in his way. But my point about this was what he said accurate? When is the last time when you and I or anybody else was thinking about a country like Haiti or some country in Africa that we weren't thinking, oh my God, why would you want to go there? I mean, be honest.
Yeah, what a crap hole.
Exactly.
What a crap hole.
I mean, let's be honest. Let's put the PC BS aside for a second and just be honest. Now, you can also parse what he said a little bit further, and you can take offense with the fact, well, he said he really didn't want people from those countries to come here either. The problem with what he's talking about, because again, he's not articulating it well. And I'm going to steal something you said off the air, but it was kind of the same thought I had, but you articulated it better. Not everybody that comes from those countries wants to cause us harm, but pretty much everybody that does come that wants to cause us harm comes from those very countries that he's talking about. So why is it such a big deal that we really are kind of tired of taking people in from those countries when we're not sure how many of them are coming over here to kill us? Hashtag asking for a friend.
Well, yeah, and that's exactly it. I mean, I had a very interesting conversation with some friends. And, we were talking about this whole DACA situation and people coming in from other countries and people saying how we should be taking these people in. And we had kind of the same conversation, and we actually got into talking about, how, like one of the people in there was like, I have Muslim friends. I really don't have problems with Muslims. And I don't either. When I was in D.C., I worked with lots of Muslims in D.C. They were all very westernized. They practiced their religion, but they didn't staunchly practice it. They weren't, at whatever time of the day it is that they're supposed to sit down and, face Mecca and all that. They didn't do that. No, they practiced their religion, but they were very westernized. They fit in. They joked around like everybody else at work joked around. And Muslims that I know like that, they totally agree with staunch immigration laws. They especially, when something happens here, they feel like people are looking at them like, look what your people did. It almost makes me feel bad for them. Now, I will say that a lot of times I wish they'd speak up more, but in a way, I kind of understand that too, because they get caught between a rock and a hard place. I mean, they want to speak up. I've talked to a lot of them. They obviously don't agree with what, the the Islamic Brotherhood does. They don't agree with it, but, they also have to live in their community. And I do believe that some of their community does believe in it. And I think they get caught between a rock and a hard place. But for the most part, most of the Muslims I've met that live here are very westernized, and they like to be here. They like what America's all about. I don't agree with the whole, ban Muslims. I mean, I think that's just crazy. But they do, for the most part, they do have an understanding of why people want stricter immigration. You know what I mean? I mean, they just do. If they're westernized and they want to be here, they totally understand that.
No, I mean, I agree. And I mean, I have friends that are Muslims that they've westernized, but the problem is we have so many that come over here and they refuse to westernize. They're the ones like Linda Sauersauer, who basically give speeches about how the Muslims that come to this country aren't supposed to be assimilating. They're here to there's another word she uses for it. It's not invade, but it's basically the same thing. And I can't think of the exact word right now because I kind of got distracted because Joy Reid just showed up on my timeline again. I think somebody that I know just retweeted her because this is something from this morning actually. But apparently she's not really happy with a few folks of the African American community. And basically somebody asked her, who are all these participants of the spectacle we just saw? Do they not have any morals than to stand next to a man so blatantly racist? And that was one of Joy's followers, and she responded, those are the black Trumpers, Katrina Pearson, Paris Denard, and the whole lot. They have zero credibility in the broader black community and speak for no one but themselves. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to say it. I'll go fix the profanity tag in a minute. Shit like this is why Trump won.
Exactly. I've been saying that for a while now.
And
did you? And I know you saw it because a friend of ours was talking about it. But apparently, well, not apparently, because I've seen the video. Tommy Lauren did a little lip sync to a rap song in her car and put it out there, and it's kind of cracking me up because all these black guys are talking about how they would love to get with Tommy, and all of these black women are all pissed off about it, and it's like going totally crazy.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I saw it. I saw like these parents were like, this would be what happened to my son if they tried to bring her home, and it's got this gif of the kid being thrown out the front door, and I'm like, really? I mean, come on. I mean, I am not. I mean, by any stretch of the imagination, am I nowhere near a Tomi Lahren fan. I never really have been. And it was one of the things that I used to give crap to Beck about back when I was actually trying to get on the Blaze. I was like, come on, you won't take my show, but you've got her on there? What the hell's the matter with you? And then all of my shows got picked up by iHeart, and I'm kind of like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. Just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, so,
yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like, she's, I see all this stuff, well, she's a racist and this and that. She's not a racist. I'm not a fan of hers, but she's not a racist. I just but watching this stuff on social media, it's funny, but it's also kind of sad.
Now I have a song in my head. Makes me wish I had it stored up for the bumper, but I actually don't have that one. Speaking of bumpers, I think we've just about hit... Yeah, it's about time to take the break. We might as well get it out of the way. Just for fun, we're going to use a little Sex Pistols on the way out. Just because, it's Friday night. Tired of playing the same stuff over and over again. We're going to take a quick break. This is Robinson and Wright. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. We're live right here on KLRN Radio. Don't go away.
Sometime I might be. I give her.
Everyone loves liberty. Our rights come from God, not the government. So why are you letting other people tell you what's best for your healthcare? Exercise your freedom with Liberty Health Share. Liberty Health Share is a community of people who voluntarily share one another's medical costs. Liberty Health Share is founded on the idea that most people truly want to help one another. Healthcare sharing allows members to do just that as a true community that supports one another in times of need. Liberty believes people should make decisions for themselves and their families. Members are able to take back the freedom to make their own decisions about their healthcare. Freedom from guilt or doubt about how your money is used. You have the freedom to direct your healthcare, not to be dictated to by bureaucrats. Stop letting others tell you what to do and join a community of like-minded people. Exercise your freedom. Join Liberty Health Share and take back the control of your healthcare while helping those around you. Call Liberty at 855-58-LIBERTY. Again, that's 855-58-LIBERTY for more information, or you can check them out at libertyhealthshare.org. Again, that's libertyhealthshare.org.
My son was in the Army back during Desert Storm, but even then he wanted an MBA. He looked at a dozen schools, but only one offered the online education and flexibility he needed while he was in a tent in Iraq. Grantham University. Turns out that Grantham's been delivering affordable, relevant college and advanced degrees for over 65 years. Heck, if they can deliver a quality education to a soldier in a tent overseas, think about the flexibility Grantham can offer you so you can earn your degree too. It doesn't matter how complicated or full your life is. If getting a degree is on your bucket list, you'll want to do what my son did. You'll want to call Grantham. Find out how easy it is to get started on your education so you can check that college degree off your bucket list. Call Grantham right now. 800-910-1370. That's 800-910-1370. Flexible, affordable, relevant. Call 800-910-1370.
Tired of paying outrageous prices for Viagra? Well, we have great news for you. Now you can finally get Viagra at huge discounts. Healthy Man allows you to save up to $500 on Viagra. Why pay U.S. pharmacy prices of $15 per pill or more when you can get Viagra for less than $3 a pill? Call today and get 40 Viagra pills for only $99. This can cost as much as $600 at your local pharmacy. You can't afford not to call us. If you want Viagra at the lowest prices, never pay $15 a pill pharmacy prices again. Get Viagra for less than $3 a pill. Call 1-800-516-7602 today and save up to $500 and get 40 pills for just $99. Healthy Man is fast, easy, and affordable. Operators are waiting at 1-800-516-7602 to take your call right now. Call 1-800-516-7602. That's 1-800-516-7602. Again, 1-800-516-7602.
Attention business owners and independent contractors. This is a money-saving message from Tax Mediation Services. If your business owes $20,000 or more in taxes, we can help you today, right now. Listen, dealing with the IRS is no picnic. It's an intimidating and extremely stressful process, and you don't want to go it alone. Our attorneys know every law, every tax break, and every possible opportunity to help you resolve and reduce your tax debt. And if you owe more than $20,000, you may be at the top of their hit list. So don't take your tax debt lightly, because it will not go away on its own. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, your home, and even shut down your business. Call our tax experts today at 1-800-783-0810 and let us deal with the IRS while you focus on your business. That's 1-800-783-0810. Again, that's 800-783-0810.
Sometime
Contrary to Ron's popular belief, I have not been abducted by aliens and replaced by somebody playing the Sex Pistols. This is what happens in the chat room, folks. You should be in there. Anyway, maybe I have been replaced by aliens. Who knows? All right, so you know, we've kind of been all over the place, and I kind of feel like I've been doing the lion's share of the talking. And I know there's got to be some stuff you wanted to talk about this week, and I can't believe we're already through the bottom of the hour. So, what do you want to talk about?
It just seems like the same old stuff. I mean, and we kind of touched on it, but again, it's, you know, even today, you know, and for the last couple of days, I've been getting the whole, and it's driving me crazy. I've been getting the whole, the NRA is just the devil and is totally funded by the Russians. What I want to know is, where are people getting this idea that because the NRA had its biggest year as far as membership dues and donations, why on the left they seem to think that it's because the NRA is a Russian front? Maybe it's just because the last 8 years under the administration that we had, the administration was seriously focused on doing everything they could to limit our rights as far as gun ownership went. Could that possibly be the reason? I mean, really? The NRA is a Russian front group? And they made all this money laundering all of the money given by the Russians to hack our elections. And we all think Alex Jones is crazy?
Well, Alex Jones is crazy, but that doesn't mean this isn't just as weird.
Oh, it's nuts. I keep getting it. I keep getting that the NRA is a big Russian front money laundering, you know, organization, and it's what they've been there for all along, and it's finally just coming to fruition.
But Dan, you're only saying that they're not because you're a member, you big, mean, scary Russian.
That's it. Yep. I'm a member, and so I'm a Russian bot or something.
Or something.
This is why, you said it in the first half of the show. This is exactly why A, Trump got elected, and B, he's probably going to serve 8 years.
At this point, I really don't even think there's a probably to it, because these people are just never going to stop being insane. I mean, that's like Nancy Pelosi today, of all people. You know, miss, I make $200,000 a year as an elected senator, but I have a net worth of $200 million. Wanting to talk to me, an average Joe American, about $1,000 bonus and a raise at my job because of a tax cut, being crumbs. You were like, you did everything short of blow Obama on stage when he offered us a $40 a week tax cut that we never even saw, but now somebody actually fixes the tax code and it's crumbs. Put your teeth back in, Grandma. Nobody's interested. Get off your knees.
Yeah, well, and we've also, the other thing I've been getting is that all of the great tax cuts that Obama gave us, you know, he just continued the Bush tax cuts. He didn't give us anything new. He just, instead of, when the Bush tax cuts expired, he just extended them. It wasn't a new tax cut. It was the original one. He did nothing to cut taxes. He gave us the biggest tax increase in U.S. history in the name of the ACA.
But, you know, that's the whole thing. You know, he may have continued the Bush-era tax cuts, but in reality, he did the largest tax increase on the middle class in history with the ACA. And that's another thing that I'm glad is gone, because that's another thing that's going to wind up freeing up the economy even more. I mean, I'm not going to go over all the numbers again because I've been going over them all week on America Off the Rails. But I mean, sorry, I caught myself that time, Ron. You should be proud of me. We're seeing the numbers that we haven't seen in forever. I mean, the unemployment claims, and I'm not going to, like I said, I'm not going to go into a lot of details about it, but this report just came out yesterday. Unemployment claims are at a 44-year low. 44!
Yeah. Yeah, but if you say anything about it, to say, oh, that's because of Obama.
Well, that's because that's their mantra, though. Because that they honestly believe that. Because remember, for 8 years, everything that went wrong with Obama, even though he was in office for 8 years, it was all Bush's fault. You know, never mind the fact that it's been 2 years and the economy's still not moving. Never mind the fact that it's now been 3 years and the economy's still barely doing anything. 4 years, same thing. 5 years, same thing. 6 years, same thing. 7 years, same thing. 8 years, same thing. 1 year with Trump in office, consumer confidence higher than it's ever been before. Lowest unemployment rate for African Americans since 1976. Lowest Hispanic unemployment rates ever. Now going on 3 consecutive quarters of above 3% GDP. Lowest unemployment numbers in 44 years, and that's all because that's everything Obama's been trying to do for the last 8 years is finally working. We should bow down and kiss Obama's feet. No.
Oh, that's right. No, anything good that happened within a day of Obama being in office was see how great he is. But a year after Trump's been in office, things are going great, and it's all, well, that's because of Obama. He is literally, I called him the other day. I told the guy, I said, don't worry, I wouldn't want you to say anything bad about your community organizer God.
Oh, speaking of the community organizer God that will not go away, guess who's bringing back their talk show to Netflix? It almost makes me want to cancel my subscription to Netflix. I'm glad they have other shows that I like, but I'm really kind of thinking about going rebel and just, you know, every once in a while creating a new email, but eventually I'll run out of credit cards to put in, so eventually they'll figure out what I'm doing. But, you know, because David Letterman's going to have a show on Netflix now. It's going to be a more laid-back, relaxed version of his show. His very first guest is going to be the community organizer-in-chief.
Of course. And
I'm just like,
why can't David Letterman just retire and stay retired so I can at least kind of think of him the way I remember him?
Sadly, you know, what I think of when I think of David Letterman anymore, do you remember the creepy old guy from Family Guy?
Yeah.
I have a feeling when we see David Letterman on Netflix, he's probably going to look remarkably like the creepy old guy from Family Guy. Because dude was old when he retired like 30 years ago. I can imagine what he looks like now. It's kind of like Larry King when he went over to Hulu. The hell? Dude, what are you've like turned into Yoda trying to do talk radio TV style. What the hell? Go away.
Yeah, you know his son's only like 16 years old, right?
Which one, Letterman?
No, Larry King.
Wait, Larry King has a 16-year-old son?
Yeah.
Was there a turkey baster involved? Because if not, that was one sick chick.
Oh, Larry King, born, he was like 70-something years old.
That's what I'm saying. That chick went down on that for the money. You know that.
You think?
There ain't no other reason to go down there. Never mind.
Yeah, she was like 40.
That sound like JD over here. All right. So anyway, dude, come on. We're like 15 minutes into the show. Now you got me picturing old wrinkled dude having sex. What the hell's the matter with you? Ugh. Yuck. I wonder if he wore the green suspenders. I'm just saying.
Didn't mean to completely skeeve you out.
Just wondering if he wore the green suspenders to bed, because when he went to Hulu, he changed from red to green. Oh, I thought that was...
So wait, you're actually now picturing him completely naked with nothing but suspenders on?
No. I left his shirt on. I'm not that gross. Trust me. Somehow I doubt he was completely naked either. Either that or she got a Bill Cosby pill. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I go there?
Boy, have we gone off the rails.
No, actually, we hadn't. Believe it or not, there was a reason I was going there, because there's somebody else that's recently been accused of making a joke about slipping somebody a Bill Cosby pill. Guess who it was? Take a guess.
Ooh. I don't know.
The hardball dude, Chris Matthews, in 2016 was joking about slipping a Bill Cosby pill into Hillary Clinton's water.
Oh.
Talk about somebody else that was going there for the money. Just saying.
Wow.
See, you didn't think I could bring that all back together. Now you're the one grossed out. You're welcome.
Now, I mean, I could picture somebody like, how do you pronounce his name? Peter Doe.
Oh, I just call him Lotion Kermit.
I mean, that guy. I mean, he never says a thing that doesn't have something to do with Hillary Clinton being the greatest thing since sliced bread.
Well, I mean, he's got a shrine to her that he prays to with lotion every day, at least 3 times a day.
Yeah, it's creepy.
Yeah, and it's Hillary's the best thing ever. Hillary can do no wrong. Why won't Hillary sleep with me? I've sent her 14 dozen dead black roses, and she still won't call me. That's Peter Dow.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me yet, because I call him things like, I tell him that he has like cankle fetishes and stuff like that.
Hey, Ron, that's not my fault. You weren't supposed to picture Larry King and Hillary Clinton both having sex at the same time. But you're welcome. Oh,
Ron.
We're almost out of time anyway. I just decided, everything's been so serious lately. I've just decided we're going to start having fun on the Friday show. That's what the hell it's for. Because I'm like, everything is so serious. Everybody's so mad all the time. Everybody wants to I'm seeing people that are literally talking up. See, Ron, I didn't catch myself that time. But I've seen people talking about killing the president and making jokes about it. I've seen people talk about how, we've got people that have no idea what a psychology degree actually is, trying to comment on the fact that the man is mentally unstable. I don't know whether he's unstable or not, but I will tell you that one of the things that I really, really liked that he did this past week was opening up the doors, bringing in the press, and letting them see exactly how the sausage was made. That was masterful, because he was having all kinds of things that were hitting him right and left with the book that had just came out and everything else, and he's incompetent, doesn't know what he's doing, doesn't pay attention in the meetings that he's in. He proved all of that wrong in one fell swoop, because not only did he bring everybody together and try to get their input on what they wanted to do with DACA and a few other really important issues, he kept them there and kept them engaged for nearly 3 hours, which dispelled every single rumor.
He even sat himself next to Steny Hoyer.
Well, that was never mind. I'm not going to go there. Ugh.
It's quite obvious we're not going to regularly have guests or people call into the show, because that's what I've been doing all week, is just telling people, hey, if you really want to debate, why don't you call me on my show? I'm not calling some podcast. Really? Why not? You can actually really talk. No, I'm not calling some wimpy podcast. Okay, fine. Obviously, you're a coward. No, I'm not going to spend my time calling some... Whatever.
You're arguing with me on Twitter, but
I cannot get anybody to call the show.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
care.
I can get people to call the show. I get people that think like us to call the show.
I don't know.
Nobody actually really wants to do a debate. They don't want to debate. They just want to throw memes at me.
We did have that liberal lady call the show last week. That was pretty cool.
No, that was great. That's what kind of gave me the idea. Maybe I could drum up more of that, but no, nobody wants to.
Well, that's because, nobody really wants to debate anymore. And the other thing that has happened is nobody has a sense of humor anymore. That's like that, what is that, 2076 Patriot who randomly just kind of shows up out of the middle of nowhere. And I started just being a smartass with him yesterday. And then he's like, all of a sudden he's saying, you joined the Trump train and blah, blah, blah. You're like, dude, I've never been a member of the Trump train. So I tried to make a joke and be like, hey, Future Boy is part of the Trump train. He just doesn't know it yet because he's too busy riding a caboose. And he gets all bent out of shape. And I'm like, dude, it was a joke. Nobody has a sense of humor anymore. That's one of the things that I don't understand. Nope. Life is too short to be this damn serious and this damn wound up all the time. That's another reason why I just decided, it may not happen every week, but I just decided we were going to have fun this week because the news has been crazy. Trump is apparently some sort of a closeted axe murderer who wants to kill everybody in Haiti and wants to put us into nuclear war with the mental midget of the North. Speaking of which, if you haven't yet, if you have on-demand services or if you have the ability to maybe get the ABC app, I would go back and watch the 2020 episode from tonight. It was a pretty in-depth documentary on Kim Jong-un and exactly how he came to power and exactly how nuts that guy is. So if you don't think Trump's handling him the right way, then you're not paying attention because that dude is insane. He murdered his own brother to make sure that he could become the leader of North Korea. Because guess what? It wasn't supposed to be him. He wasn't the chosen one. He had an older brother. He had him whacked in the middle of a damn airport. And y'all are telling me Trump's being too rough on this dude?
I think Trump's handling him exactly the way Trump needs to handle it.
He is, because the dude is nuts.
Yeah, because he's... people sit there and say, Trump's a spoiled little brat. Trump is nothing compared to that dude.
Dude, most of what we see from Donald Trump on a daily basis is an act. If you go back and you look at Trump the early years, he was quiet, he was shy, he was meek. If he went on a show and when people were talking about him, he was looking at his shoes. When they actually started talking to him, he would look them in the eye and converse with them. This is somebody that has learned how to be who he is now because of his success on reality TV shows and talk shows and interviews. This is who the media and everyone else has taught him to be. And they never expected him to be where he is right now, and now they hate it. But what has made him so angry and why he keeps lashing out every time they say things about him that he knows are not true, because they're doing it again with this porn star who flat out put out a letter that said, y'all are full of shit. Stop it. This is my signature. I'm telling you this is not true. This is the third time you guys have brought this up. If this was true, you wouldn't be reading about it on a newspaper. You'd be reading about it in my book, and I wouldn't have to do porn anymore. Duh. And that's basically what she says. But this guy, all of these people that are basically tearing him into him every single day now were his friends as far as he knew 26 months ago. They were people that were begging him to do articles for them so that they could sell newspapers. Begging them to come and do interviews on their blog so they could get hits. Begging them to come do their TV shows and promote whatever he was doing at the time so that they could get better ratings. And now that he's the president, they've all turned on him, and he's been around them long enough that he knows how to work them. Please God, I hate doing this, but it's because it sounds so much like Bill Mitchell. But one of the things that I have noticed after underestimating Trump now for quite some time is he's usually, when he does something crazy, there's a reason why he's doing it. I want to point out one of the places that he mentioned most prominently in this conversation that either may or may not have happened is Haiti. What do we know has gone on with Haiti? We know that there are several different politicians and other political groups that have funneled money into Haiti to supposedly make it better, yet nothing's gotten better. The Clinton Foundation was knee-deep in trying to make things better in Haiti. It didn't get any better. Jeb Bush was knee-deep in a foundation that was supposed to be helping Haiti. Oddly enough, their initials stood for nada. That should have been a giveaway. Just saying. So,
well, I think Haiti, more than anything, for the Clinton Foundation was a money laundering scheme.
And well, yeah, and then they laundered that money and then used a lot of it to pay for Chelsea's wedding. I mean, everybody knows. But that's my point. Now people are talking about Haiti again. What happened when we started talking about Russia off of a joke that Donald Trump made? We found out now, whether anybody wants to admit it or not, that the majority of everything that we found that has anything to do with Russia is tying back to the DNC, Hillary Clinton, and the Clinton Foundation. Now that Trump has got everybody screaming and yelling and gnashing their teeth about Haiti, what do you think we're going to find about Haiti if people actually take the time to start looking? Where do you think all the bodies are going to be buried? Where do you think everything's going to point back to? As much as I hate to say it, because I've heard people that were Trumpers long before I even started really realizing that I kind of at least had to respect the office, even if I didn't like the person, always using that thing about 3D and 4D chess. I gotta say, every time I underestimate him, he outplays everybody. So I would be really surprised if we don't find out a lot of information that will make the Clinton Foundation and anybody involved in that Haiti mess look a lot worse, including Jeb Bush, who was one of the first people to pipe up yesterday, even though nobody really knows who the hell he is, and he needs to just sit down and shut up.
Well, yeah, and when it all boils right down to it, as pretty much what we started the show with, is Haiti's an asshole.
I mean, come on. When you really stop and think about it, just wipe everything else away, get rid of all the PCBS, and just take a deep breath for just a second, and then picture Haiti in your mind. What do you picture? Because I guarantee you, it's not Cabo San Lucas and white sandy beaches. You're picturing mud huts and people carting water back and forth in buckets because they have to. Which, by first world standards, is what, ladies and gentlemen? A shithole. Duh.
Yeah, and now that Trump maybe said this, maybe didn't, I haven't even heard anything that he really actually said that, but all these celebrities now upset with him for saying what he said. Well, if they can't stand Trump and they can't stand the way things are here, why aren't they going to Haiti? Haiti's such a great place.
That was like all the ones, this is no different than when Kim Jong-un started getting sympathy from Hollywood types, and they're like, I'd rather have Kim Jong-un as my president than Donald Trump. Good, move your ass to North Korea, get the hell out. Did they do it? No. Then shut up.
Yeah. Oh, that was killing me when that was happening. Like, really? You really think he's better? I mean, I don't know whether they're completely blind or if they really just I can't, I don't even know how to explain it. How can you hate Trump that much that you would say that North Korea would be a better place to live?
Oh, this is one person that I'm glad I started following again. Dan Bongino has been all over Vicente Fox. And I just saw a tweet that he put out earlier today. It says federal immigration law also includes Section 1182 subsection F, which states whenever the president finds the entry of any aliens or any class of aliens into the United States would be detrimental to the interests of the United States, he may by proclamation and for such period as he shall deem necessary suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens thereto as immigrants or non-immigrants, or impose on the entry of aliens any restrictions he may deem to be appropriate. Take that, Ninth Circuit. Bastards.
Oh, the Ninth Circuit. It's way too late in the show to get started on that.
Yeah, technically the show's over, so
Yes, I know.
All right, and actually,
that might be a subject that we can start with next week.
Yeah, we probably should, because I actually just got a text from the church. They want us to come in and help get some practice runs in for some new lighting system tomorrow. So, yeah, I get to be there at 11 in the morning, so I need to get off here. So, on the way out, why don't you remind folks where it is that they can hang out with you when you're not on the radio hanging out with me, you damn Trumper.
You can hang out with me on Twitter. I may not be around much for the next couple of days because I might need a little bit of a break. But you can hang out with me on Twitter at Madfeist, MADFIST. And you can hang out with me on Facebook. It's just Dan Wright. And find a picture of me and the lovely Laura there on my bio. And that's about it.
All right, well, we're on the way out, folks. You can hang out with me on Twitter at Radio Host Rick. You can follow along on Facebook by searching the same name. Look for the Cartoon Time magazine cover, because Lord knows there's tons of Rick Robinsons on Facebook. And that's basically it. If you're old school, you can shoot me an email at rick@klrnradio.com. On that note, folks, we are out. I will be back with you starting Tuesday for America Off the Rails, and we will see you then. Hope everybody that is in the Midwest right now and is getting really, really cold has the ability to keep warm over the weekend. Hope everybody has a great holiday. And it is, Martin Luther King weekend. Actually, this is the first time in a long time it's actually fallen on his birthday, so that's pretty cool. And, one thing that I have to say, and then we are getting out of here, because this is one of the things that really pissed me off today. So Donald Trump gets up on behind the podium, tries to give a speech in honor of Martin Luther King Day. On the way out, the press starts asking him dumbass questions and asking if he's racist and yelling things about Haiti. What the hell? This is the world we live in, folks. This is why, even if I didn't support him at first, he's probably going to get my vote in 2020, because I've seen everything he's trying to do, and I've seen everybody fighting against him tooth and nail everywhere, including Bill Kristol, who we'll probably get into some more next week. And speaking of somebody that needs to take some more medicine, that's that guy. But we're out for the night, folks. Take care. God bless.
It's coming,